Lunéville is a commune in the Meurthe-et-Moselle department in France. It is a sub-prefecture of the department and lies on the Meurthe River at its confluence with the Vesuve. History. Lunéville was a renowned resort in the 18th century, known as the capital of Lorraine. The Grand Château de Lunéville, built in 1702 for Leopold, Duke of Lorraine to replace an older palace, was the residence of the Duke of Lorraine until the duchy was annexed by France in 1766. The château was designed in the style of Versailles to satisfy Leopold's wife, Elizabeth Charlotte d'Orléans, the niece of Louis XIV, and became known as the Versailles of Lorraine. It includes a chapel designed by Germain Boffron. Leopold and his wife were the parents of Prince Charles Alexander of Lorraine and Francis I, Holy Roman Emperor. The last Duke of Lorraine was Stanislaus I, the former King of Poland, a devout Catholic, author, and philanthropist. Stanislaus had a church built and several follies in his gardens for the amusement and education of visiting Polish nobility and followers of the Enlightenment. The more famous visitors to his court were Voltaire, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, André Morellet, and Montesquieu. After the death of his father-in-law in 1766, Louis XV of France annexed the duchy and turned the castle into a barracks. But much of the original construction has survived, and what remains is open to the public and the château's intricate parterre gardens, designed by Yves Vauers in 1711 and Louis de Nesle in 1724, are a public park today. It was over the nearby Forêt de Paroy, directly east of Lunéville, only some 11 months after the breakout of World War I that the first aerial victory by a fighter aircraft armed with a synchronized machine gun occurred on July 1, 1915, as Lieutenant Kurt Windgens of the German Fliegertruppe forced down an Aéronautique Militaire Moran Saul near El Parasol monoplane. Neither member of the French aircrew was seriously wounded, while the French aircraft's Gnome Lambda engine received multiple hits to disable the aircraft. Treaty House. The Treaty of Lunéville was signed in the Treaty House, one of the houses built up against the Château Gardens of Lunéville on 9 February 1801 between the French Republic and the Austrian Empire by Count Ludwig von Cobenzl and Joseph Bonaparte. Another treaty, signed in Germany, was the Treaty of Frankfurt, which made Lunéville into a border town attracting the best and the brightest of the Alsace and Moselle regions who relocated to keep their French nationality. A new period of economic prosperity known as the Belle Époque restored some of the glory of Stanislas's ducal court of the 18th century. Industry. Lunéville faience, a kind of unglazed faience produced from 1723 at Lunéville by Jacques Chambret, became the Manufacture Royale du Roi de Pologne after Stanislaus sponsored it in 1749. The earthenware first became famous for its detailed figurines and in the 20th century for its Art Deco designs, and still exists today as Terre d'Est. In 1858, the glass factory of Quamer was built. It became famous when the Muller brothers settled there in 1897 and began creating Art Deco glass designs. Louis Ferry Bonaco discovered a technique using beads and sequins on embroidery in 1865. His craft was widely copied and became known as Lunéville Point, and its heritage can still be seen in modern haute couture. A subsidiary of the Dietrich Company, Lorraine Dietrich moved to Lunéville after the 1871 Treaty of Frankfurt. Today it is known for its trailers, but it started off as a manufacturer of cars and railway equipment. Notable people. Muller Frères, an Art Nouveau glass production company. Georges de la Tour lived in Lunéville for much of his career. Lunéville was the birthplace of Nicolas Bétrazé, 16th-century engraver. Prince Charles Alexander of Lorraine, 1712. François-Nicolas Benoit, Baron Haxo, 1774 June 24. Jean-Bastien Thierry, 1927.